Hi, everybody. It's Becca. Um, so we are talking about our equity audits, and the question is what um, is sort of circling in our minds. What do we need, I guess? What ideas are being generated? Um, I decided to do an equity audit on my son's school, which is City Middle High School in Grand Rapids Public Schools. Um, and that's partly because um, it's sort of known that the district isn't always proportional in their funding um, to particular schools. So, for example, um, when we had a millage to um, redo technology and make some improvements to the schools, that was a few years ago. City was towards the top of the list and got a decent amount of the money. And now we're getting towards the end, and we are looking at a school like Union, which has a very different population, um, lots of English language learners. That's where this newcomers class is that I've been guest teaching in. And yeah, they're running out of money, and it's, been years since this millage was passed. But I'm not doing a comparison. I'm just looking at city, but I guess I was interested in seeing what the demographics are of city. Um, and probably for my own curiosity, I will sneak a peek at the demographics for Union. Um, but all that said, when it comes to integrating an equity audit into a professional setting for me, that's something that I guess I already do in an informal way because of my nonprofits. Um, so my one nonprofit, TutorMate, where I'm a program ambassador, it's not my own baby as opposed to the other one. We are only in urban districts. We are only in first grade classrooms. Um, and so there's this vague awareness of what the demographics are, but not in a real specific way. But REGR, we have certain things that we need to satisfy for funding, grants, and that sort of thing, such as the free and reduced price lunch percentage in the school. And then for me personally, when I am making my book purchases and doing a specific book selection for a school, I always check the demographics to see the student population. And if I see a school like William C. Abney, which is 99% African American, I am looking for every book I can find, basically, that features African American kids. And in addition to other books, because kids still love Wonder Woman, and, that school just loved Wonder Woman for some reason, so that's sticking out in my mind. But yeah, I'm looking for every book I can find that features African American characters. And, whereas a school like Godfrey Lee, I always provide bilingual books, and I'm looking for books featuring kids from, Hispanic cultures. So I kind of loosely do, I guess, an equity audit, so to speak. But this does make me think that it would be interesting to do something more formal, because we haven't been real formal about it up to now. And we have a really wide variety of schools. Deliberately, we wanted to sort of spread across a bunch of different districts. So we have a couple of schools in Kentwood and a couple in Wyoming, a couple in Godfrey Lee, even some charter schools that we're working with. And so I guess it probably would be interesting to take a look at and compile it together. Probably really useful. So, in terms of making it meaningful, or who I can enlist to make it meaningful, well, I have a partner, and actually, the executive director of our major funder is a total statistics nerd. So she'd be a good one to help put together some charts and graphs that would be useful to us in reaching out to foundations and individuals for fundraising purposes. And then we're also looking for revenue streams. And I wonder if that could even help us with that. So those are the things I'm thinking about. I do still feel like I am not as familiar with where to go to find this information as I need to be to accomplish what I want to accomplish. I know the MDE directs us to the michiganschools.net, and it's always a couple years behind, and that's just how it is. But, I do wonder if there is another place to go, if I even would be allowed to go straight to the school. School districts don't always want to be straight in terms of their demographics sometimes, but there's nothing I can do about that, I guess. I do know the principal at City. Tempted to just go to him directly. I don't know. These are things I'm thinking about. So I'd love suggestions if anybody has them about other ways that I can acquire the information that I need to do a great job on this equity audit. I hope everybody has power and is staying warm, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.